kitchen.
Yes, I am creative in the kitchen. In fact, I get teased. We have a potluck at church once a month, and I forget about it. So I come home and I have to throw something together. So I go to the pantry of food storage and see what we can come up with. And I always got teased about what I'd come up with because it was always good. But they said, "So what's this called?" I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, yes, I am creative in the kitchen. I like to make things my own. My husband tells me, "Can't you just follow the recipe once?" No, I can't.
Please stop using this as guinea pigs. Oh, don't eat me, Cole.
Okay, next one. Next one, fast.
Tell us any interesting details. Wacky jobs, hobbies, interests, talents, awards, etc. About yourself or anything that makes you
I stand out. Okay, I drive a pink scooter. That makes me stand out. Howard, Montana, close the door. Go to the window, please. I drive a pink scooter. I saved up my cake money to drive a pink scooter. I have a wacky job in the fact that I get to act. I don't actually get paid for it, but I get to act and be a part of that with my whole family. We do lots of acting, musicals, and different things around the community. So that would have to be my one thing that, I guess I don't know if that makes me stand out, but that's what I enjoy. All right. Is there anything else to that question?
No. Okay. What is your favorite topic of conversation in a social setting?
Theater, music, people, anybody's life, just about anything. As long as it's not rude or crude, it's good. So, all right, next one.
Where do you get your recipes from? How do you put your own personal twist?
Everywhere. I get recipes everywhere. Everywhere I go. I was in the eye doctor last week, and I come across a recipe for salmon burgers, and so I went up to the desk. Can I rip this out of your magazine? So they let me. So everywhere on the computer. From we're at a potluck. I will go ask the old ladies in our church, what their recipe was for those certain things, and everywhere. Next one, Juge.
How would you rate your skill level, beginner, average, or expert, when it comes to baking?
Baking, I would say expert.
Decorating,
I think I'm working on expert. There's always something to learn. I'm not an expert. I don't think anybody's an expert. There's always something you can learn and be better at. So I'm maybe almost expert.
So how about pastries or desserts?
Pastries or desserts, same thing. I think I've still got stuff to learn, but I think I'm very good at it.
Describe the types of elaborate cakes you've made.
I've done lots of sculpting lately. I'll show you some pictures in here of some different things I've done. Dogs and cars. Cars seem to be the thing. Tractors. When you're in Wyoming or in Montana, tractors are huge. I've done, and beer bottles.
Could you make a 5-tier wedding cake in an hour if challenged?
A 5-tier wedding cake in an hour. I think I probably could. In fact, I've had to. I had a cake here, and I spent 6 hours doing lattice work on the outside of the cake. I hate lattice work, by the way. Anyway, did lattice work, got it in the car, and was transporting it. Luckily, I had decided I needed to deliver it 4 hours early. And on the way there, around the corner, the cake fell. Splat. All over. In my car. I cried. And it was hysterical. And I called my husband, what am I doing? So I rallied the troops, and we baked and decorated a 4-tier cake in an hour and a half and delivered it. I still don't know how we did it, but we got it done. I even called the bride and said, I will have you a cake before you go to cut it. And she's like, it's okay, whatever. And so I got there, I delivered the cake, and she come in and she says, I thought I was going to get a sheet cake. I didn't realize I was going to get a tier cake. And we got it done, and actually I think the second one looked better than the other one because it didn't have basket weave on it. So anyway, so yes, I can do it. If given the help.
What's the largest cake you've ever made?
The largest cake, of course, was my first cake. First cake, 600 people, and I still have yet to do that. I've done a 500-piece one.
Why did you only make that $200?
I just made her pay for. I only had her pay for the ingredients.
That's crazy. Okay, elaborate and still describe your construction and technical abilities. What's the hardest cake you've ever designed and made?
The hardest cake I've ever designed and made. I would have to say some of the cars that I've done because they're special to people and they know the ins and outs of them. I just did a cake this weekend for the Cruising Association, which is a hot rod place that the hot rods come into town and they get together, and this is their 25th anniversary, and she gave me a picture of 8 different cars that I needed to replicate. And so I did them out of fondant, and each of them I knew they were going to take them home, so they had to be right. So I had to do my homework on cars. So I think every cake has its things that are harder and easier than others. But next.
How would you rate your decorating skills when under
Time constraints. I would think I actually do better when I'm under time constraint. I do my best work when I'm pushed. As you can ask my family, I'm always till the last minute because I have too many things I'm trying to do at one time.
You're always throwing cakes on the table.
So,
putting frosting in the sour cream bottle?
hey, love that. Okay, next question. So I work well under pressure.
Okay. I get it done quickly, not a problem.
Oh, that's just go on down farther than that. Those are the questions.
Okay, what in your opinion makes a great cake baker, decorator, from skill to a creativity? Describe in detail what makes someone a bad baker, decorator.
I think something that makes a good decorator is someone who will stick with it. There's times when you're working on a cake and you're thinking, this is not going to turn out, this doesn't look good, especially when you've got someone else has designed the cake. They don't always have the best eye for it, but you have to make it work. You have to work through it, and I think that makes a good designer baker, someone who can stick with it no matter what's going on. And you know what? When you have a family and you're working and you're trying to do all these things, you have to be ready for snafus. You have to be ready for a kid to run into a cake. You have to be ready for a cake to fall. You have to be ready for those things and not let it throw you. And if you're a type of person that lets that throw you, you can't do this. Cake decorating and delivering cakes is not fun. That's the part I hate about it. Someone that would make a bad baker is someone who can't roll with the punches. You have to be able to roll with it. Take phone calls in the middle of your day. Life doesn't stop unless you're a single person who has time to just devote to silence and nothing else. I don't know. I don't know. I think anybody can be a good baker if they just try.
Are you usually happy with the end result?
Yes, I am.
How do you think you'll handle quick fire type challenges and working in a group of bigger challenges? Answer both.
I think I will handle quickfire well. I do well under pressure, as I said, and I work well in a group. I like to be the leader, but I can also work underneath someone else's leading. He's probably hungry. Can you make him a bottle, please? So I think I can handle quickfire fast. One thing my husband says will probably be to my disadvantage is someone will say, I don't know how to do this. Can you help me? And I'll say, okay, I can help you. But I mean, how awesome would that be if I helped that person and I got mine done at the same time, right? Okay, next one.
What kind of role do you generally play in groups?
I'm the leader usually. Right? Is that right or is that wrong?
I would think so.
You're the leader. What does baking cake decorating mean to you?
Cake decorating means a lot to me. Cake decorating, oh my heavens, it is Grand Central Station here. It means a lot to me because, go answer it please. Because it has helped us through some really financially hard times. We don't make a lot of money, and especially when our first parts of my marriage, when we were first married, we didn't have a lot of money. So cake decorating brought in the extra money to support our family, which has been really nice. And I can do it at home with my kids in my space, which is really nice. Next one.
If you're up against other contests, will you be competitive in order to win the cash and prizes? Elaborate.
I will be competitive, but I will be nice. I'm not a cutthroat person. I'm not going to say mean things. I'm not going to try and take over somebody else's stuff, but I will compete and I will work hard.
Why will America want to watch you? What will you have to offer as a cast member of the show? What will you bring to the table? What are you good for TV? Why
am I good for TV? Honesty. I think, look at that, our neighbor's mowing our lawn.
Again?
I'm honest, and I'm a hard worker, and I think that I'm good for TV because I'm from Montana. You don't have many people from Montana. And we do have running water, and we would like people to see that we don't ride horses, and we like things besides cows. We like...
I like cows.
I first say I don't like cows unless they are chocolate.
Anything else?
Chocolate.
What else did that say? I'm sorry.
Why will America want to watch you?
I'm not too sure.
What will you have to offer as a cast member of the show?
I have Lots of energy to offer as a cast member.
And what will you bring to the table?
Experience and love for caking. Oh, sorry.
Why should we pick you to be on the series? What makes you unique and different from everyone else?
I drive a pink scooter. I don't think any of the rest of you guys drive a pink scooter. That makes me different.
We can write it.
I would be good for the show. I would be a good cast member because I just would. I know that's not creative, but I think that I've got what it takes to do the things that will be asked, and I think that I could represent the show well as a hardworking person and someone that has gone about it honestly and just done the best that she can. That's it. That's all the questions. That's it. Holy cow.
Well,
That's it.
you're doing
Holy
great.
cats. Trifle's done. Don't have a berry to put on the top because I already used them all gone. But so there's your trifle. You can make them out of anything you want. This is the favorite. I have to make 2 of them to go to potluck because I get in trouble if there's not enough. So that is me. Hopefully you know enough, and I know.